Welcome back to another pristine production here, guys. Want to shout out to all the fans. Remember, you can hit me up and support me on my YouTube page here. If you want to donate to my Cash App, also want to check out my mixing course. Link in the description here. I have a mixtape pro design in Photoshop video. Make sure you go ahead and check that, support that, guys, and subscribe. But today we're going to be talking about building a beat with Sample One. We're going to be using Sample One to sample some of the rhythm that we're hearing here, and we're going to create our own here. So I'm going to teach you take some tricks on it. And remember, guys, to go ahead and support and join my $5.99 monthly mix session tips and solutions, advanced videos for VIP only. So let's get right down into it. So I have a beat here, I have a kick, bass, and hi-hats here, and I have a sample of an old piano here. So what we're going to do, we're going to use Sample One that comes with Studio One and a Studio One Professional and Studio One Artist as well to create a beat with what we have here. You might say, how do you do that? So I'm going to show you here. So we have the kick here and the drums. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select one of the kick samples. Let's select this one here. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to double click. So this is the kick here. I'm going to solve that to make sure that that's a sample. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to right click and I'm going to go down to audio. And all the way to the far right, bottom right there, send to right here. Send to a Sample One. So let's go ahead and send that. I'm going to click. And Studio One has created Sample One with a MIDI track ready for me to go here. So if I press the key, let me go ahead and unmute our track here. We have the kick in the Sample One. And what I can do with this, I can do a little bit of edit here. If I go zoom in here, if I want to kick the sound a little bit tighter here, I'm going to move the locators here so it hits on that direct kick sample so there's no delay. And if we play the up key here, if it shows the other keys, it goes all the way up. Let's say I wanted to use a higher sample without changing the speed. I could go ahead and click on the follow song tempo here. So I'll click right here. So it doesn't speed up. If I take off the follow the tempo here, it's gonna go too fast. So I want to keep follow song tempo here. So we have the kick here. Let's do one for the drum. So we're gonna call this one the kick drum. And I'm gonna go to the other sample here, which is the drums. So I'm gonna double click here. I'm gonna right click here. I'm gonna go down to send a Sample One here. Studio One's gonna create that sample. I'm gonna move the sliders here a little bit closer here. So I have the exact trigger points here. Now I have the kick, the snare and the kick. Let's see else what we got. I'm going to disable this track here. I have a bass here. So we're going to sample that. So we're creating our palette here, basically, of samples here. I'm going to go down to Sample One here. And this is a hefty technique you can use. So maybe, let's say you're doing a production here, and maybe there's a bass part missing in the song, and you don't have the original bass. You can sample part of that bass for that particular part that is missing, and put in the same bass here. So I have the, I'm gonna put follow song tempo. Have the bass here. So I have the kick, we have the snare. I'm going to disable the second track, and we have the hi-hats here, so I'm going to go ahead and pick any part of the sample here. Let's go down to audio here and go to send a sample 1. Fairly easy, guys. 1 click. Move the slider here so we can zoom in a little bit. Maybe right about there. And we have the hi-hats here. Okay. Let's go now to that piano sample that we heard earlier. Let's play that. So I'm going to right click on that and I'm going to go to send to a sample 1. And that piano sample has now become a MIDI instrument here. I'm going to go on one-shot mode here so I can hit that. So I can do that more MPC type sampling here. I have some control here that we're going to tune this sound here. So we have all these tracks here. So we've made instruments from off these sample here. So we can go ahead and create our beat here. Let's go ahead and do that. So we put together the sample here. So let's mess around with the controls here for the piano. Let's try a little bit of filter here. Maybe a little bit of drive. Now, if we wanted to transpose here, let's take it up maybe about 12 here. Let's play the track back. And there we have it, guys. We've successfully created a beat off the sampling of other parts here that we had in some loop here. We have control over the bass here. We can go and we can go ahead and add some, maybe some drive to it. We can amp it up over this side here. We can add even delays here. Create a dotted kind of effect here. Could add some reverb. We can even reverse the sample. Very hefty tools, guys, and I can do that for each of the sample here. If I want to tune the drum, I can take it up. Give it a more dancehall kind of effect. Add some drive there, maybe add some reverb. Add a little bit of EQ to the kick drum. Piano here, some reverb here. And we can choose add some more notes to that. So I wanted to show that to you guys here. Very quick and easy tutorial here using Sample One, which is very handy. All you do is one click away, and you can sample any part of a loop or a sample here. Once you can isolate that sound and get some good results here. So I'm going to catch you guys on the next one.